Hello guys, in this video I'm going to be telling you 5 things that I wish were in Assetto Corsa Competizione on the PlayStation 5 that would make the game much better. ACC has been out on the next gen consoles for a couple of months now, and whilst there are a few bugs on release, the developers have been regularly updating the game and trying to fix as much of these as possible. So I'm not going to cover any bugs in this video, but more features that aren't in the game at all that I wish were. Let me know in the comments once you've watched the video what you would like to see, and if you agree with some of my suggestions. And also, if you do agree, then like and share the video so that you never know, maybe the developers will watch it and potentially add some of the stuff in. So the first thing I would love to see on the game is a proper competition structure. Now, in my opinion, Gran Turismo has got this spot on with the GT World Series, formerly the Nations Cup and the Manufacturers Cup, as well as their daily races. Like, you can just jump on the game, enter a race, and know that you're going to be matched with very similarly skilled drivers at any time you're on the game. With ACC, we do have the competition server, but it's often left as a random race. You have no idea of the schedule. You can't plan ahead. You can't think, oh, this Friday there's going to be a race at Spa. I love Spa. I'm going to enter that. You just have to kind of enter, hope that you get a combination you like, and then at the moment when you do enter a competition server race, they're not full at all. So the game can cope with 30-player lobbies, and we only get around half of that if we're lucky, which means the best racing is to be found in league races. But of course, with league races, they are at set times and you can't just jump on the game at any time and enter a league race. Now that brings me straight on to my second point, which is that I would love to see a bigger player base on the game. Now, the developers can help to improve this by solving some of the bugs and issues, but to be honest, at the moment, I still think the game is fantastic, and more of us need to get out there and spread the word, get your friends involved. We just want to get more people on the game. It has so much potential as a sim racing game on console, and I really think it does have a bright future with the amount of DLC and updates that are planned over the coming months. Now, my third point is something that the game does have on the PC version, and users of iRacing are also able to do it, and that is driver changes with endurance races. It would be absolutely fantastic to get involved in an endurance race on console and have a team of several drivers all competing to be on the top step of the podium at the end of however long the event is, but unfortunately it's just something that can't be done on console at the moment. I don't think it would be too hard to implement, seeing as they already manage it in the PC version of the game, and let me tell you, team endurance racing is super fun. I do it in real life myself and absolutely love it. Now, the full thing I would love to see in the game is a decent custom livery editor. Now, we do have a livery editor in the game, but we're limited to preset designs and just being able to change the colours with no ability to add custom logos or sponsors. Gran Turismo is a game that has got this spot on console. You can upload custom logos, add them to the car in any combination, and really create unique liveries, or even copy a livery that you've seen elsewhere in the real world in the game. Personally, I would love to be able to add the channel logo into the game, or even some of my real world sponsors who help me out with real life racing. Now, the final thing I would love to see is full race replays. At the moment, we only have around about 3 minutes of replay footage if we go into the replays at the end of a race, and this is really frustrating, especially as a content creator. We can't go back through, have a look at all the things that went on in the race and add them into a YouTube video. I'm literally just limited to the last lap of the race, and generally, especially if you're racing for an hour or even more, the last lap tends to be not too exciting because the field has spread out quite a lot by then. It's also great to be able to look back at the start of the race, see what happened to your other competitors, and sometimes you're racing very closely with someone in the middle of the race and then all of a sudden they're not near you anymore, or you pit on a different lap to them and you don't see them again, and you want to have a look back at the replay and see what happened to them, because sometimes it just gives you a better understanding of what actually went on in the race. Likewise, if you had contact with anyone, then you can just look back at the replay and see who was at fault, which would help to resolve any post-race disagreements. Now, those are the 5 things I would love to see in Assetto Corsa Competizione on PlayStation 5. Let me know what you would like to see in the game. Let me know if you agree with me, disagree with me. Like and share the video too, because you never know, these developers might be watching and they might want to put this stuff in the game. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, don't forget to, and I'll see you again very, very soon.